Hello, everybody, and welcome to this bonus show.
Welcome to the bonus ode.
Bonus ode. Hello, everybody. Bonus ode time.
What's going on? Bonus ode.
Bonus ode.
Remember what you're going to talk about?
I don't know. Yeah.
How you going? You all right?
Well, I thought you were going to do my.
Oh, yeah. But
we didn't rehearse it, but I thought you'd pick up what I was putting down.
Do you want to do a bonus ode before this one? Do you want to do my bit before this?
Yeah, that's
it's kind of heavy, but
yeah.
Right, let's do it.
I get what you're saying. You're saying the topic we're going into is a bit too heavy to say a celebration.
Such a U-turn.
Okay.
Let's do it, but it is a U-turn. Just want to let everyone know.
Okay.
We're going to start nice, and then we're U-turning.
Get ready for the handbrake, baby.
We get around all the different things, mate.
Yeah.
Have you got some news for our ListenABLE family?
I'm engaged.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
You got everything going on. Engaged, you got babies, you got everything happening.
Yeah. Actually, we're getting ahead on our records in October because, I'm going to have a baby at some point. I might even have a baby when this comes out. Who knows?
Are you going to get married before the baby?
I hope not. There's enough on my plate. I can tell you that much.
Talk me through it. How was it?
Good. Noosa. At the point there at Noosa.
We've got international viewers. What's Noosa?
Noosa is on the Sunshine Coast. Yeah. It's one of my favourite places in the world. And Emily's as well, my partner. And we went for a little walk with Indy, my 2-year-old daughter, and had the ring in my pocket. Her mum designed it, which I thought was a really nice little touch by me.
Was it burning a hole in your pocket? Were you nervy?
I had it not in my pocket. I had it down my pants.
Wait, down in your undies?
Yeah.
Touching you know what?
Yeah.
Woo!
Underneath.
Just so you drop it and you could feel it?
Well, because I was wearing pants, I just didn't want the bulge of the thing to be like, Emily's like, literally like, what's in your pocket? And I couldn't, she knows me too well to say, I know it's not that.
Yeah, when you saw it in underwear, she was like, oh, that's a new bulge.
Haven't seen one of those. Yes. No, but I did the transition to the pocket on the walk and tears of happiness. Em said yes before I even asked. She was so shocked. I
love that.
Got to ask her dad as well. Their family was up there for the trip as well. So did all the traditional things. It was wonderful.
For everyone to ListenABLE, congrats, Sam. You're a beautiful woman.
Yep.
And
lucky woman.
You signed up. No, you're not. You can still get out, is what I'm trying to say, if you need us, all right? We love you, though.
Insert handbrake sound effects.
I don't like this. Is a serious topic. Come on, Dylan.
Gene testing.
Ooh,
Dylan.
Tell us what this is.
Vice did a really good piece, which we'll have below a link. It's only like 11 minutes, a little mini doco on a company called Genomic Testing. And so I think we've always known that you can, like we've spoken about before with my own experience as well, that they do tests for Down syndrome and they put you in like the low percentile of risk.
Yep.
Those are the terminology that they use. that exists. But the testing these days goes well beyond that. And it starts off with a story of a couple in America who found out that their child had a quite
severe genetic condition.
Yes.
Yeah. They call it a disorder in America. Which
they did. And I didn't want to use that.
We aren't into.
Thank you. Thanks for picking that up.
Yeah.
Because that's what they said. And they terminated the baby. And then they found out about this genomic testing. They went in there and it goes beyond finding out about Down syndrome. They chose the embryo to the selective point that had the least chance of diabetes, that had the most chance of mental health.
This is obviously only through IVF, though.
IVF only, yep. And then they chose that embryo, and they were lucky enough that it was successful in carry. And but yeah, the terminology once again being used in the link below. You see, she's like, I just wanted a healthy baby. But I was just like, wow, we're going to a point that we're trying to breed out disability. And I wondered, as a man born with disability and who has loved his life in his chair, how you feel about the fact that parents are making decisions for children to not have their own opinion, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to get one of my parents on maybe. We can
I'd love
ask
to talk to
them
Reese
one day, because would I, if you know that I was going to have a big tumor and they said that I was going to live a tough life and not be very mobile, it's a tough choice, isn't it? Right? And what they would have done. But look, I'm obviously living a great life and very lucky to be doing what I'm doing. So obviously I'm anti it in that sense, because I would have been a victim of this, to be honest, which is pretty scary when you think about it. But I always, I always try and understand the other side of life, and you can kind of see where the point is, because it can be, if they're not, it depends how they're doing it. If they're doing it so they have an easier life, the parents, and because they think discipline is going to be hard on them, that's bullshit. But if they're trying to protect their children, but it's also crap because, you know, we are different, but we still live our lives like anybody else, and in whatever way that is. Their argument, what if they're not equipped to do it, and then it's really hard, and you know, you can understand, I guess, that part of it. What about you? I mean, you're about to have a baby.
What I found when I watched this and put this forward as a bonus load idea was it really showed me another level of why advocacy is important.
Yeah.
Because these people, I don't think, had experiences. The father had diabetes, and he was like, I would never want my child to go through that. And I was like, well, you haven't seen the positive elements of people living with disability, or the success, or the nourishing, fulfilled lives that people with disability lead. I don't think he's had exposure to that. So they just see it as doom and gloom, expense. And yeah, I honestly, this is my perception of the people who were on the documentary, was they were doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
Because the next one that I got into was the next couple they showed with a young daughter. I won't pass aspersions on the kind of character they come across, but they're entrepreneurs, and they went through the IVF route not because of the fertility issue, but because they wanted to
test a baby.
Yeah. So they chose the child with the least chance of disease, because of course there is a chance as always, but it's the least chance. And also they went for mental health. So they chose the child that's going to be happiest, and that's the word that they use. So they believe they're breeding through their genetics the happiest chance of a child, because they believe that, you know, they've seen people who are rich and people who are poor, but this person's happy and this person's sad, and they believe it's more in the not the environment rather than the nurture or whatever. Sorry, the natural rather than the nurture.
Ableist way of thinking about life, in it, and you're right about their connotation around disability is that negative stigma that you see in mainstream representations. Probably all they know is sad movies, commercials about speeding and whatever. So that's what they think it is. And you're right. That's why we need greater representation everywhere, changing that perception, because that's how you can get there. In saying that, I do joke that if Shanti and I, you know, when and if we have babies, her legs, her metabolism, my sporting ability. Can we do that?
Oh, you want to the best of both of you?
Yeah, just some kind of supermodel sporting hero.
The question I want to put on the question, and just for parallel, also it being like a running race, like not being great at basketball or something, like literally using leg power.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be great.
That'd be great.
Devil's advocate. And this is a question that I'm going to put up on our socials. Please get in the comments, or our YouTube or our Facebook. How is it any different from putting your kids into a great private school, or putting your kids through the AIS and giving them the equipment they need to nourish in a sport that they may be propelling in and being successful in? Because you're, as a parent, giving your child the best chance at a young age to succeed. How is that any different when we're talking about pre-birth?
Oh, well, you got to get alive to go to the school. That's probably one thing.
You got me there.
It's a pretty large one. Can't get admitted if you're not here.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call.
But, you know, that's all, again, that's all perspective. What does that mean? Best chance. So, you know.
Yep.
So best chance might be, it might not be in the NBA, but you might be able to do something else with disability. Hey, interesting question that we want you to answer. Get in the comments right now. Look at that. The light, engagement, babies, the shade. We do everything here, ListenABLE.
That's right. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy that one. Make sure you subscribe on our YouTube and
listening.
Yeah.
It's a podcast too.
And follow wherever you get your podcasts. We appreciate it. Catch you on the next episode.